Greetings and bouncing salutations. This is the Mighty Eagles Academy. So under today's presentation, we'll be looking at the April topics. So we've concluded in terms of the topics that we were looking at in March. Okay, so those topics we are done. Okay, we are done. We are now done with that chapter. Unless the day that we'll be doing the revisions now, that will be in July, something like that. Okay, so now this month's topics, standard deviation, or rather statistics, is one of them. Okay, so statistics is one of the topics that we'll be looking at in this month. Okay, so now we are having this question. So now this is an intro to statistics. Okay, this is intro to statistics, the introduction part of statistics. Okay, we are having this 2021 paper. Okay, we are having this 2021 paper. The question is saying the table below shows the heights in a plantation. The table below shows the heights in a plantation. We are having the heights here in centimeter. 0 is less than x, less than equal to 10, up to 60, until the last number here. We're also having the frequency. Okay, the frequency. So this diagram always will be provided here. Okay, this table you'll be given. Okay, but the only question that you'll be taught to ask here from the above table is how you're going to come up with the standard deviation. So the standard deviation is one of the simplest topics. Okay, it's one of the simplest questions. Okay, but despite it being simple, it's very, very tricky. Despite it being simple, it's very, very tricky. The reason why I'm saying that standard deviation is very tricky is that standard deviation deals with the numbers. Once you mess up with one digit, okay, once you just mess up with one digit, then you've messed up with everything. Excuse. Okay, once you just mess up with one digit there, you've messed up with everything. That's how standard deviation is. Okay, so now in this video, I'm going to show you how you come up with the standard deviation. Of course, there are some minor formulas that you need to know. So now paper 2, the formulas there you'll be provided with. Okay, the formulas there you'll be given. Now what you just need to do is when and how to apply those formulas. Okay, it's the question of when and how do you apply those formulas. Very, very simple. So I'm going to show you how to apply those formulas. So the formula is given, or now you come up with the standard deviation. Okay, the formula is always given. Okay, so the formula for standard deviation, it's equal to the square root. Okay, the square root of the summation of f of x squared over summation of f minus z. So now, statistics is in two types. There is what we call the grouped data and also the ungrouped data. Okay, statistics is in two types. There is what we call the grouped data and also the ungrouped data. This is grouped data. Okay, this is grouped data. Okay, so now this is one of the simplest formulas that we'll be using. Okay, so now we're going to come up with the standard deviation. This is the simplest formula that we'll be using. So now this is the f of x squared. Okay, this is the f simply means the frequency. Okay, f simply means the frequency. Okay, this one, the one which is having a bound of an x, this is the mean. Okay, this is the mean. So now for you to come up with the standard deviation, you need to have this, you also need to have this, you also need to have the mean. Okay, so now the formula for mean is mean denoted by this, like this, the summation of f of x over the summation of f. F simply means the frequency. Okay, f simply means the frequency. Okay, this x simply means the midpoint. The midpoint. Okay, so now let's get started. Okay, let's get started. Let's now go into business. Let's now venture into real business now of statistics. Okay, we now venture into real business. Okay, so now this is okay. So now we are now answering the question. Okay, we are now answering the question. So you arrange your data in this format. Okay, we now try and arrange your data now in this format. So I didn't change anything here. I've just arranged it in this order. But at first it was in this order. Okay? So you arrange your data in this format vertically, it was horizontal. Okay, so now let's start now. So we're having 0 to 10. So I didn't change anything. This is just less than, but due to space, I just wrote a dash. This is not a minus, please. This is not a minus. Like a dash shape. Okay, due to space. Okay, I ignored those ones, but less than x, less or equal to, I just ignored them. I just put a dash. So now this is the frequency. The frequency will be given. We're given the number. 30, 70, 200, 200, 160, 50, and 10. Okay, so now the second number, so you need to come up with a box. Okay, you need to come up with a box. So you're supposed to have 6 digits. I'll show you. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so now the next digit is x. Okay, this x simply means midpoint. Okay, the midpoint. Okay, this is the midpoint. Okay, so now how do you come up with the midpoint? Okay, how do you come up with the midpoint? So you need to have a calculator there. Okay, you need to have a calculator there. Okay, let me just try and reset my calculator. So you need to make sure that your calculator there is functioning very, very nicely. If it doesn't, you are going to lose marks there. Okay, so now how do you come up with the midpoint? So for you to come up with the midpoint, add 0 plus 10. It's 0 plus 10, it's what? It's 10. 10 divided by 2, it's what? 5. So you put your 5 in. Okay? Same applies in here. 10 plus 20, it's what? 30. 30 divided by 2, it's what? 15. Okay? So midpoint simply means half. Okay? Half. Okay? Same applies even here. 20 plus 30, it's what? 50. 50 divided by 2, 25. This is my 25. Same applies in here. I'll add 30 plus 40. It's giving me 70. 70 divided by 2. It's giving me 35. Okay? 35. So, are you able to tell 5, 15, 25, 35? So what's going to be here? 45, 55, 65. Okay? If you want, you can try and prove 60 plus 70, 60 plus 70. It's giving me 130. 130 divided by 2, this is 65. So you have to know that they have to be flowing in order. Okay? So we are done now with the midpoint. The midpoint now is done. What's next? The one which is following next is the f of x. X is what? The midpoint. So now we need to multiply. F is this 30. X is this 5. So I'm going to multiply 30 times 5. The answer for this one. 70 times 15 here. 200 times 25 here. 200 times 35 here. 160 times 45 here. 30 times 55 here. 10 times 65 here. Okay, so that's how it's done. Okay, that's how it's done. They are very, very. Okay, so now these are the things that I was talking about. So now if you try and multiply 30 times 5, it's giving you 150. 70 times 15 is giving you 1050. Okay, 200 times 25 is giving you 5,000. So F, this is F. X is the midpoint. Okay, the midpoint 5. So this one times this one, F of x. So you multiply F times x. So these are the numbers that you are going to get. Okay, those are the numbers that you are going to get. So now what you get is supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So now they're supposed to be 6. The whole box is supposed to be 6. So now we are remaining with the 2. Okay, we are remaining with 2. The other one is x squared. Okay, meaning that this one is squared. Okay, what's our x? Our x is this. So we square it. Okay, so 5 is squared. It's what? 25. This is our 25. Okay, 15 is squared. So 15 squared is 225. 225. Okay, 25 is squared. 25 is squared is giving me 625. Okay, what about 35? 35 squared is giving me 1225. Okay, a simple one. So this is how you'll be flowing with these. Okay, this is how you'll be flowing. Wait until the last one. Here we're having x. X is c. Okay, x simply means the midpoint, like the way I've denoted it here. X, that's the midpoint. Okay, x, what's our x? Our x is 5. So here there's what is squared. So 5 is squared, it's this one. 15 squared, it's this one. 25 is squared, it's this one. 35 is squared, it's this one. 45 is squared, it's this one. 55, this one, and this one. So we're remaining with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember what I said, that we're supposed to come up with 6 boxes, right? So now here we're going to, the remaining one, or the last one is fx squared. Okay? This one now. This is now our last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, you're supposed to have a box with 6 quantities inside. Okay, so f, what's our f? Our f is this one. Okay, our f is this one. This is our frequency. X squared is this one. So you multiply f times x squared with the digits, the quantities now. So you multiply, what's our f? Our f is 30. Okay, our f is 30. What's our x squared? Our x squared is this one. So you multiply 30 times 25. You come up with the answer for this one. Same applies even here. So it's going to be like this: 30 times x squared is what? 25. The answer. So 30 times 25, you're going to have what? 30 times 25. You're going to come up with 750. Okay? Like the way I did it there. So until the whole box, until the last one. Okay? As simple as that. Okay? Now, so now we've filled in the boxes now. So now the one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are the things that you're supposed to remember. Okay? These are the things that you're supposed to remember. Okay? So f, here f, the last one is fx squared. F is this one. Okay? X squared is this one. So 30 times 25, you're going to have this, 750. Okay? F again, x squared is this one. So 70 times 225, you're going to have this. Okay? Here 200 f and this 200 times 625, you're going to have this. Okay? 200 times this one, you're going to have this. Okay? 160 times this one, you're going to have this. 30 times this one, you're going to have this. 10 times this one, you're going to have this. Okay? So now we bring the formula now. Standard deviation is equal to the square root of summation of f of x squared over the frequency minus x. This is the mean, okay? Squared. So this is the formula now for standard deviation. Okay? That's the formula for standard deviation. That formula is always given in an exam. Okay? So now do we have this one? F of x squared. Yes, we have it. So we sum this up. We sum them. We add them. Okay? This is, so our fx squared, we add these up. Okay? What's our frequency? Our f. This is the summation. Okay? That's the summation of frequency. So we're going to add these. Okay? What about the mean? Do we have the mean? Do you have the mean here? We don't have the mean. Okay? There we don't have the mean. So now we're going to use the formula for us to come up with the what? The mean. Okay? So now let's start with this first. So standard deviation is equal to the summation of what? Fx squared. So we add this. Fx. So this is fx squared. So we add all these. Okay? We add all these. Okay? We're now going to add all these. Now we're going to do what? So now this is now the kind of data that we are having. Okay? So this is our formula. Okay? F of x squared. So this is our fx squared. Okay? This is our fx squared. So we add all these. We add this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We total them up. Okay? This sign, so this is a summation. The summation simply means add. You add them up. Okay? So now if you add all these 750 plus this, you are going to come up with 84,300. You're going to come up with this. Okay? You're going to come up with this number, 84,300. Okay? So this is the number that we're going to come up with. Okay? Then over what? The summation of what? The frequency. What's our frequency? Our f is c. So now if you total all these up, if you total them up, okay? If you total them up, you're going to come up with a 700. Okay? You're going to come up with a what? A 700. Okay? Minus what? Minus what? The mean. This is the mean. Now, the question is, do we have the mean here? No, we don't have the mean there. But we know the formula. Now you come up with what? With the what? The mean. Okay? So now the formula for mean is mean. The formula for mean is equal to the summation of f of x over the summation of f. This is the formula for mean. What's our f of x? Our f of x is this one. So meaning you add all these again. Okay? You add all. So I'm going to add them. Okay? So I'll add 150 plus 1050 plus 5,000 plus 7,000 plus 7,200 plus 1,650 plus 650. So I'm coming up with 22,000. So I'm coming up with 22,700. Okay? Here I'm going 22,700. Okay, 22,700 like this. Okay, 22,700. Yeah. So let me just try and prove again. F of x is this one, 150 plus 1050 plus 5,000 plus 7,000 plus 7,200 plus 1,650 plus 650. Okay, it's the one. Okay, it's the one. Over what? The frequency. What's our frequency here? Our frequency was found what? 700. This is G. Okay, 700. So now we divide now. 700 divided by 700. We are coming up with what? 32.4. So our mean is what? 32.4. This is our mean. Okay? This is our mean now. Okay? So now this is our mean. So we want to put squared. Okay? So now this is our mean. Okay? This is how we come. This is the formula for mean. Okay? This is how we come up with the mean. As simple as that. Okay? So now since we have found our mean, then we put it here. 32.4 squared. Like that. Okay? Okay, like that. Okay, then I'm going to say standard deviation is equal to the square root of. So I'll divide now this into this. Remember both mass. Okay, so 84.35 divided by 700. It's giving me 12. So 1,205 minus what's this? That's 2.4 squared. So that's 2.4 squared. It's giving me that's 2.4 squared. It's giving me is this the point? Is this the point? There's a comma. It's giving me 1049.79. So this is what I'm getting. Okay? This is what I'm getting. So the square root of this. Okay, the square root of this. So now we say standard deviation is equal to, oh, don't need for this, I'll do it from here. Okay, so now we do 12.05 minus 1049.79 equals, okay, it's giving me this, this is 155.21, then the square root of this now, standard deviation is equal to, so now the square root of this is now the standard deviation, okay, so it's giving me 12.458330, okay, so you round it off to one decimal place.